You know, sadly, most human beings remember God when things aren't going very well. They turn to God and they solicit God's help. But I want us to turn that around. When things are going really, really, really good, that's when I want us to remember God. I want us to remember God when we're having great success. And in those moments when things just couldn't be any sweeter, remember how you got there. Remember why you got there. It wasn't you. It was God coming through you as you. You got there because of God. God is the great abundance and prosperity for the human being. If we follow God, if we are loyal to God, if we respect God in the moment, well, then great things are going to occur in our life. How do you rise above situations in your life? How do you rise above the lack thoughts, the limitation thoughts, the worry thoughts? You do it by doing what Jesus said, by praying continuously, by going consistently to God. And when you do so, you will be given the wisdom, given the ideas on how to rise above and how to live above the muck and the mire that you used to get stuck in. You're not going to be locked down by former problems that have trapped you in the past. So many people are like wading through quicksand and they're sinking. Well, there is one thing to put you on a firm foundation of life, and that is a constant connection with your source and your Creator. In Proverbs 3, verses 25 and 26, it teaches about true security. Do not be afraid of sudden panic or of the storm that strikes the wicked, for the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being caught. I know many times my foot has been caught, and it's those times when Chris Chenoweth tried to push ahead doing his own will and agenda. Oh boy, have my feet been caught in the past. Where is your foot caught? Is it caught in a problem? And you yank at it, and you yank at it, you pull at it, but it's like a bear trap. And it just will not let go of you. And you don't know how to let it get off of you. It is true that you might have stepped there. But also it's true that God knows how to get you out of that trap. What a wonderful idea this is. God is your confidence. God will put your foot on firm footing and keep you from being dragged down in life. Life is meant to be lived every day with excitement, to become like a little child again, to enjoy every moment. Here's what the famous author Mark Twain once said: drag your thoughts away from your troubles by the ears, by the heels, or any other way you can manage it. Literally drag them away and become centered in the great joy of God. And when you do, oh, great things are going to happen. I was watching the History Channel the other evening. I love to watch the History Channel. And they were talking about professional loggers. Now that's a fascinating thing. I think a lot can be learned by watching a professional logger. It's fascinating how they take apart log jams in the river. There seems like, and it's probably literal, that there are 10,000 logs in the river and they are all jammed. They have formed a dam and they will not move. If we had to break the jam, we would go to the bank of the river, and one by one, we would start removing logs, wouldn't we? And think about the heavy effort and labor that's involved in that. And often that is the way that we will go about solving problems, but not the professional logger. He climbs to a high tree. He takes his time, and he looks over the situation, and then over time, now this may take half a day, he finds the one log that is causing the trouble, blows it up, and then the stream takes care of the rest of the jam by flowing the logs down the river. My friends, if we take time, if we go to God, great things can happen. Our jams where we're all clogged up in mind, they'll become free again. We'll receive the wisdom of God again. What do you do in the middle of the night when you're having a log jam of a thought? Often we go to the edge of the river and we start removing logs one by one. We start examining each log and looking at it, sometimes taking apart the log. We, in time, will remove the jam, but it might take months where we don't get any sleep. We've worked hard, we haven't slept, we're exhausted. In this life, are we a professional or are we an amateur? What we need to do is do like the professional did. Climb higher. Look over the situation in the Bible where it talks about going up on a mountain to pray. Well, there's several meanings to that. It is going up higher in your consciousness to pray. And then asking God to see what the blockage is and ask God that it will be removed, and it will be removed in a miraculous way. Something often that we couldn't envision through 1,000 nights of tossing and turning and worrying. In the middle of the night, God can take care of. We turn to God, and God is always there waiting for us to say yes in our free will, waiting for us to consent. And when we do, great things happen continuously. And I pray that that is the way it is in your life today. God bless you.